Good morning, Heat Nation. Oh my god, my hair is always such a mess. But that's okay. This is just the initial baby steps of this project that is probably not going to take off very well. But this is my Worthless Half a Penny Part 3, Caleb Martin edition. I'm not going to talk about Tyler Hero today. I'm not going to talk about Highsmith today. Because the most important thing is that something came out, and now it's a buzz, that the Heat is likely not going to be able to keep Martin in the team. And for the next season, because we're not going to be able to afford those guys. We talked about it that we already 10 million above cap without resigning them, and I don't know about. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with an extension. I know if Jimmy Butler is going to get an extension immediately, if it's going to get an extension if he plays well after the season. I don't know what's going to happen on that end. I just know that he's staying, and I also wish that Caleb Martin would stay as well. And I think this is the most important part, right? Caleb Martin's story is amazing. I think that anybody that knows the story likes the guy, understands that he's hardworking, understands the impact that he provides when he's high energy. When he's high energy, it normally means that we are high energy. And it normally means that the team is getting a boost, and it's a pleasure to watch. When he's doing well, it's a pleasure to watch him. And I like him, and I like his story, and I really hope that regardless of him staying on the Heat or not, that he lands in a place that is actually good. I thought he had a slump this season, playing more as a small forward than a power forward, but I don't think that it matters. Again, Spo plays positionless, so I don't think that Martin's roles changed that much. It was still basically the same kind of idea. He needed to provide that boost, he needed to provide that help, but unfortunately, he just, as a sixth man, his leap exists. Pretty much same amount of rebounds. He would same amount of points, 10 points per game, almost same amount of minutes. Field goal percentage went slightly down, 3 point field goal percentage also went down a little bit, but not significantly. And I thought that this wasn't a good season for him just because I expected more from him. But the truth is, he's a very good player with a good role and with good teammates and with a healthy roster that works together and that works with what the plan is for Martin. I would love to have him in the team. I just don't think that we can necessarily afford him. But I did want to say that, statistically speaking, Caleb Martin has remained the same. There wasn't a slump. Is there room for improvement? I think so, because I think basically he only remained the same because of the change in roles a little bit. The fact that he stopped starting as much. But regardless of him starting or not, I think that it's a big dilemma. And I think that the Miami Heat are not going to risk certain things financially to keep him if that would hinder us from getting anybody else. And also, just in general, I know that our guys are pretty smart and they will know what to do with the accounts at the end of the day, and that's not something that we should worry or we could worry about at all. And that's why there is no real movement, and we don't even know what's going to happen until July, August, September. But I do think that there is a great chance that Caleb Martin has played his last season for the Heat in 23-24. And it's a shame, but again, I don't think that he moved the needle. It's a shame because I like him. It's a shame because I think that, again, his stats are still solid. He's consistent for those numbers, and I think he could give you more. But I truly don't see us re-signing Martin. That's my opinion. I don't think we will, and I don't think we should. If that would hinder us from getting anybody that the front office can consider that moves the needle more than Caleb Martin. But I do wish that he lands and he stays in the NBA and lands in a good place and he keeps competing, because that's a guy that deserves it as a person and as a player. Let's go Heat.